wherever you're watching from. It's evening where I am, and it's quite late. I think it's almost 9 p.m. And I want to welcome you to today's podcast. So this is the Prolific Podcast, of course, where we talk about mindset, faith, entrepreneurship, sales, and marketing. And I'm your host, Maximus Christopher. So today I'll be telling you something that I've seen happen in the space where we are, especially when it comes to online marketing, because I think it's the end of online marketing as we know it. Yes, online marketing is dead. Everything that used to work doesn't work anymore. This is actually the truth. The entrepreneurs who understand this can adapt. And they are the ones who are not so only surviving, but they're actually thriving. So online marketing is not what you used to know. So how it used to be is not like that anymore. So those entrepreneurs who can actually adjust are the ones that are they can change. Those entrepreneurs who can actually adjust, to changing and their expectations, changing market sophistication, and changing online rules, start to benefit well into the foreseeable future. And online marketing funnels are dead. You're asking me, Maximus, why? You say online marketing funnels are dead. Yes, but this is not your father's marketing funnel, okay? It is, you understand? So it is dead. It's not like it used to be. It's not what it used to be before. And why many entrepreneurs who count on online marketing techniques to grow their business have been trying to keep up with the possibilities of, the new technologies. Most haven't kept up with how those technologies have changed the way we do business. Enough already of pushing your potential customers through old style funnels. Because I remember when the funnel thing started raining, of course, because of Russell Brunson. You're just one funnel away. All of a sudden, everybody became funnel agents, funnel marketers, and tell you, I can design you a funnel that's going to get you X amount of money. But what you need to understand is, instead of you thinking pushing, why not think of pulling? Have this pull style funnel where you engage your potential lead and entice them to take the next step. I've been talking about the CTM methodology. And so the CTM methodology is based on what I call the three mindsets. And each potential mindset belongs to different mind. Okay, they actually have each mindset depending on what current mindset is it that they're on. If they come to your funnel from some place other than the adult mindset, you meet them where they are and help them move along in their buying journey. So you're not just spraying and praying that something's going to happen. You're actually sure what's going to happen. You actually know what you're going to do. And you go about doing what is it that you want to do. So if you were at a networking event, how could you use the philosophy if you're asking? Let's say you're having a conversation with Lagbaja and you don't dig in too deeply, but you recognize that he has an issue you could solve. If it is painful enough for him, okay, so very briefly, what do you actually do? What do you do? So after asking him some questions about it, about the problem, and seeing some interest in his heart and in his part as well, so you say, hey, would you like my card? Right? Would you like my card? There is more information on my website, which is listed right here. So we can also schedule an appointment to talk further next week. Now, Lagbaja accepts your card, thinks about it for a moment, and then asks if you are available to speak at 10 a.m. on Tuesday. So now when you meet on the phone on Tuesday, he asks some more questions, and you give him more in-depth answer than was possible at the event. The next you schedule an in-person, after talking on the phone, you schedule an in-person meeting to continue the conversation on Friday. Now, finally on Friday, you meet in person. Now, Lagbaja brings his partner, okay, and who has been feeding all the details that you get, the conversation that you guys have had previously. And after 90 minutes of further conversation, Lagbaja and his partner signed a deal with you. Do you get this now? Now let's look at this in the context of how business in real life looks. That is how actually it should, because you didn't push Lagbaja into buying. You actually pulled, you had a conversation, you found out the problem, you solved the problem that he has, and you help Lagbaja solve a particular problem. So now when it comes to the CTA methodology, of course, the CTA stands for not call to action this time, okay? It stands for the child, teen, and the adult mindset methodology. You see, in the child mindset, very likely they don't even know that they have a pain. They're not aware that they have a problem yet. Okay, and they're never ready to purchase from you. I mean, at all. Don't even try to sell to them. They probably don't even know you exist. They don't know who you are at all. So short attention span. If you present information correctly to them, they will give you a few minutes of their time to hear what you have to say. So this is not the time you meet someone for the first time and the person is in the child mindset and you want the person to come for a 1 hour webinar. No. Okay? So when you're able to give this, the most relevant information to each person on where they came from and what actions they took to get to you, and what content they consumed, or what is it that they engaged concerning the content that you're putting out, you're able to connect with a person in much deeper way. Understand? As well as the pain they are experiencing. So you actually know where this person is coming from, what the person has consumed, the information the person has already. So you know, oh, this person is coming because of this content that I put out there. So I know where this person is coming from. So I can meet this person and where this person is based on this person's mindset. So the child mindset, they don't know who you are already. Okay, they don't know who you are. So always ask yourself, what information can I present to this person? At this point in time, that only helps them painfully acknowledge their biggest problem. But that also inspires them to take action to address that pain. Are you getting it? So your information must be targeted exactly to where they are right now. That pain point should be relevant. Is when they become a buying customer. I just want to tell you, hey, sign me up. Now, and the list goes on, okay? So every single piece has to fit perfectly. It's truly about doing 3 times the work for 10 times the results. Yes, that's what it means. Okay? 3 times the work for 10 times the results. I know we're entrepreneurs, sometimes we can be lazy. I mean, we just see one funnel. It's okay, this is what I want to do. And this is what I'm going to put out and see what's going to work and see if this person's going to buy. It doesn't work that way. So you put in 3 times the work for 10 times the results. We wouldn't want you to get 10x the result. You put in 3x the work. And it all starts here. The next iteration of lead generation is all about being how important is it? How important is it? So when your potential lead encounters your content, relevance makes the difference between him feeling overlooked and ignored, or feeling like he finally found his soulmate, someone who understands his problem. Use content in the context of the CTA methodology to help your lead first see his pain and then move to act to solving it. So not all leads are created equal. Not all leads are created equal, okay? So at least not all leads are at the same pain point or at the same point in the buying journey. Not all. So go back to that networking meeting, for instance, now, for a moment. Every person who shoves their card in your face is offering you the same thing. None of them are asking what is important to you. None of them are figuring out how close you are to wanting to try to solve whatever problem that brought you together in the first place. So in just one of those pushy entrepreneurs had engaged you in a real conversation and offered you what you were really ready for, you probably would have been more open, to listening and maybe even open to buying. But instead, where they did all those business cards end up? I mean, where did they all end up? Of course, they end up in your desk. You don't get to use it. So the same way, when you ignore your potential leads' behavior, mindset, and location in the buying process, you leave a lot of money on the table. When you don't create an experience for them, it takes into consideration such things as then you don't help them, you don't help yourself. The average marketer or entrepreneur hope for a small percentage of potential leads to buy. In fact, 99% of marketers do this way. I mean, this is how they do it. This is how they do it. So, if you read the book, Chet Holmes points in his book, Chet Holmes, I used to joke with my friend, call him Chet Holmes. you know, finds that at any given point in time, in particular market, about 3% of all possible potential leads are ready to buy. About 7% are open to buying, but probably aren't looking. Another 30% are thinking about buying a solution, even if they are aware they have a problem. Another 30% think they aren't interested in solving the problem. Another 30% know they are not interested in doing anything about it. So smart business owners, what do you do? So you also recognize that what you're up against. You recognize what you're up against. So the big boys and girls, the really big companies with massive leads and enormous advertising budget, that is the people you're up against. So what do you do differently from them? So with all that is stacked against you, the odds are all against you. Entrepreneurs are satisfied just getting a handful of sales, even though it's very difficult to make money. And surviving on that small percentage of people you push through your funnel. So it doesn't work that way. So how do you reach those in the child mindset? They usually come from online platforms like Facebook, like YouTube, which uses interruption ads. You can put ads that's what the route that you want to go. Not as responding to someone's search. You're not putting ads responding to someone's search. This means that they are not actively looking for a solution to that pain. They're almost like, they're more likely just chatting with their friends and taking BuzzFeed quizzes and just doing all that they need to do. But once you capture their attention with a really good ad, your job is to bring them to the teen mindset as efficiently as possible by making that pain painfully obvious. You need to make the pain painfully obvious. You do this by what? Articulating their pain points for them. They may not be aware. In fact, they're not aware. So you articulate their pain that they have. You articulate it so well that the person say, "Hey, you're talking about me." So because a lot of time we are content to ignore the pain we feel until it hurts too much to ignore, and someone points it out to us. So now we're talking about the teen mindset. So when it comes to the teen mindset, they know they have some pain, okay? They're looking for knowledge and a process to solving that problem and solving the pain that they have. But they're not ready to purchase right now. But when they want to learn, they're ready to consume information. They're ready to know more about the pain that they have and how they can solve it. But they're not ready to buy yet. And as they spend more time engaging with you and your content and your ad, they begin to feel some obligation toward your brand. Now they recognize the brand. Now they see your face and know who you are. They're willing to give you a little more time in order to engage with you and with your content. Now, that person in the child mindset is begging to know you. Are you getting it? He's begging to know you. He's begging to trust you. So the person in the child mindset is actively searching for something related to what you can provide. That is the best time to reach out to them. So most people in the child mindset come either from your teen mindset. Most people in the teen mindset come from either from your child mindset or from discovery platform like Google search. I mean, they search for something and they find your stuff on your website or on YouTube. That's where they come from. Now, then we have the adult mindset. Now, they understand that their pain is a problem. They understand how relevant it is for them to solve this problem. It keeps them awake at night. They know, like, and trust you and your brand. Now they know you because they've been on this journey with you. Especially if they started from the child mindset, you move into the teen mindset, and now they are in the adult mindset. Now they know you. They know you. I mean, they can talk about you. Oh, Maximus, oh, he's great. He knows what he's talking about. They often create a story in their head that prevents them from taking the steps necessary to solve their problem. Yes, because why? They want to become an informed buyer. So what happened is they spend hours consuming your content and engaging with you. Okay? So one of the key things to remember about those in the adult mindset is that they have consumed a lot of information from you. So their logical mind is already being activated. Now they are a more emotional mindset and are very ready to buy. Scarcity is a good tactic to help those in the adult mindset. It helps them to cross the bridge from potential lead to customers. As for any person, I mean, is almost ready to buy from you right now. I mean, it's ready to buy because they will allow their thinking brain to come up with objections. So what do? You appeal to the emotional mind, the emotional side of the brain. So you should prepare them how to handle those objections as well. So the important thing to remember that as the online marketing world is shifting, seemingly beneath our feet, of course it is changing, the one thing that remains constant is relationship you nurture with your leads and with your customers. And that relationship is built on your understanding their true needs, their mindset, and how willing and able they are to solve their problem at any point in time during their buying journey. Like human psychology doesn't change much. I mean, even if the internet does, human psychology still remains human psychology. Doesn't change. Okay, doesn't change. Doesn't change much. So, and one of the most important keys to being part of that mental and emotional journey of creating and growing that relationship is understanding when and how to present relevant information to your lead, where they are right now, today, where they are right now. So they need to have that relevant experience. They need to have that intelligent. Now that funnel is not what we call an intelligent funnel. So you need to have that relevancy with them. So this type of online marketing is a multi-tiered, intelligent funnel. That brings in various types of traffic and allows your lead to change their mindset easily. So you actually create 3 funnels, one for each mindset: the child mindset, the teen mindset, and the adult mindset. Now, to implement this process, you build an entire child mindset funnel that works by itself, and at the same time, a teen mindset funnel that works by itself, and an adult mindset funnel that works by itself. Once all those funnels are built, you connect them so they can either intelligently bring someone through the whole process, or your lead can enter your funnel, in the middle, depending on where they are coming from. So, but now you're not just creating a content for everybody. You're creating content for 3 different mindsets. I know this sounds like, hey, Maximus, what are you talking about? But I believe I'm trying my best to actually get this across to you so understand what kind of lead and where your leads are right now, the mindset that they have right now. So that means that instead of you developing just one funnel, you have 3 that interconnect together. Okay, they interconnect together. And yes, that means you need 3 different lead magnets, of course. 3 different landing pages, 3 different email automations, and all other parts of great funnel. So this means that each piece must fit together flawlessly to transition a potential lead through the process in order to become a customer. Okay, so now with multiple funnels, you have a relevant place to send each potential lead, regardless of the platform from which they arrive, from YouTube, from Facebook, from Instagram, wherever they are, because you know the content you're putting on each platform, so you know, oh, well, this person sees this content and it's coming from this place. Okay, this is the lead magnet that is relevant to this person. This is what is relevant to this person. So you're putting the right content and giving this person the right thing that they need right now. So the more they engage with your content, the more they knows you, the more they like you. And assuming you continue to be relevant to their need, the more they like you and ultimately trust you, and the more they want to buy from you, and the more they buy from you. So this is why, when doing all that, you only sell to those in the add-on mindset. Of course, when you put up a phone, it's when you put up an offer as well, immediately you can get someone that wants to just get from you. Okay? But also, you need to understand that your best customers are those that you've taken on that journey into buying from you. They've come from the child to the teen to the adult. Even if they meet you from the teen mindset, you're making the pain relevant to them. They see it and they say, oh, this information you're giving is just so perfect. And before you know it, they move to the adult mindset and they buy from you. So you spend time and money learning how to create an online marketing funnel only to see it totally flop. No, but this one is not going to flop. Because it's not you just go online and you funnel hack someone. You just can't funnel hack this. It is something that you need to understand. You need to understand it for yourself. I'll be talking more about this in the coming episodes. So that because I want you to understand what it means to actually getting the right clients into your funnel and getting them into doing business with you. So you're not just going to go online and listen to everybody telling you, oh, funnel hack this person, I have this template for you to do all that, I have this and do. You need to understand that this methodology actually for you to pull in people. Okay, it's for you to pull in people. All right, you're pulling someone. You're not just doing anything that you want to do. You're actually pulling someone. Okay, so if you're watching this on YouTube, please, I want you to like and smash that subscribe button. And thank you for watching. If you're listening to the podcast on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, wherever you're listening from, please like and review and share with your friends. Okay, so I want you to drop me a comment telling me how you're getting clients and where exactly you are in your journey as well. All right, so my name is Maximus Christopher, and I'll see you tomorrow in the Prolific Podcast. This is an amazing time. This is episode 7. Okay, and I love you so much. God bless you. Go and impact the world with the investment of your personality. See you tomorrow. God bless you. Have a wonderful night. Hey, I hope you went to church today. Wherever you are right now, if you haven't gone to church today and it's time for you to go to church, hey, please go to church. See you tomorrow. I love you. God bless you.